So I was a PA for this shoot. This is the final vlog of 2025, and this is a project I did in December. I'm a 20-year-old director, film director mainly, and that's what I want to do, is be a filmmaker. Well, I am a filmmaker, but I want to be making awesome, big movies. Kind of learning how I can take the steps to do that, and that's what this channel is all about. But I don't want to bore you with my hopes and dreams. I wouldn't want to bore you guys with that. But I got to be a PA on a commercial shoot, or I guess you could more classify it as like a corporate shoot. I'm also a commercial corporate DP, cinematographer, slash PA, slash filling in any role I can, because I think that's the best way to learn, is being a part of as many sets as you can, and then learning as much as you can from those sets. Like, oh, what can I take from this? And this is what I learned, and I want to start to document more specifically towards my film goal of Sukavision. That board back there, you can't see fully. I'll throw up an image. That is my dream, is to have Sukavision, the film company, be big and to have awesome things. I know I said I wasn't going to bore you with my hopes and dreams, but either way, you're going to get them, because here they are. And I feel like this vlog kind of covers both sides of me in the commercial space and in the narrative space, but I want to focus on the narrative. So I want to draw in from the commercial space and say, what can I learn as a filmmaker? So the production company I worked with was Little Red Fern, owned by Ryan Cheevers, who's an absolute fantastic guy. Shout out to his son, Nash, who watches the vlog. Nash, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. I got to get you a Sukavision hat. But Ryan brought me in, and Ryan's been I've been very blessed this year to have met Ryan and to work with Ryan, because he's definitely become, in my mind, a friend and a mentor figure to me in the film world, because he's been in the film space, the narrative space, and now in the commercial space with his company, really getting to dive in and ask questions and learn. And he brought me in as a PA and to learn from Kevin. Kevin is a really talented DP based out of LA. Him and Ryan have known each other for a little bit, and Ryan flies him out depending on where we go. The shoot was in Chicago, but we live in Michigan, so it was like a 2-hour drive. So we got to ride up together, get food. It just felt great to network and get to talk to other people that have done it and know what they're doing. So I can just ask Ryan and Kevin everything I need to know, and it's so awesome to have that. It's like, instead of wondering or Googling it or looking up on YouTube, it's like, if you can find that mentor figure, I feel like it's so helpful. If you can just work with people better than you and that know what they're doing in this industry, it goes such a long way, which is stupid to say, and it's pretty obvious, and it's actually kind of hard. I just am very lucky, apparently, to have stumbled upon meeting people like this. And I also think I have to give myself some credit of working hard, of having some work to show when I go to them. So I was the PA in the B cam for the shoot, basically meaning I'm going to be getting extra shots with my FX6 where Kevin needs me. This set was just the three of us. We were trying to get it done in one day. It was in this big warehouse. It was really cool. So we had to tackle this on the day of knowing how to be efficient. The hotel before, which I loved the hotel. I felt like I was just living it up. I was like, you know what? This is how we do it, guys. This is the hotel. I was acting like I always do this. I never do it. But I'm hoping to do it more. So getting dinner with everyone. I discovered I'm a ranch guy. Well, I knew I was a ranch guy. It's kind of embarrassing. It's a really embarrassing story, actually. I've always looked at, you see the kid dumping his pizza in the ranch, and you're like, I'd never be that kid. I'm that kid. I am the ranch guy now. Got ranch with every meal. I'm dipping my fries. I'll dip a burger in ranch. This is a absolutely raw, unfiltered look into my life, so please don't use this against me. I guess I'm the ranch guy now. But it was kind of now a funny inside joke between Kevin, Ryan, and I that I'm the ranch guy. So you win some, you lose some, but now I'm the ranch guy. Okay, so jumping into the day, as the PA, I was just looking to ask Kevin questions about being a DP and to ask Ryan questions about kind of directing and his role in this, and trying to be out of the way, but when there's times to talk, taking advantage of those. Like during lunch, something I really struggle with as a technical DP is knowing what correctly, I know the lighting I like, but I don't know, but sometimes I struggle with in interviews what the exact placement is to get the very best. Like I have what looks good and what should work, but I'm like, okay, I'm still trying to pick up. I mean, I've only been a DP for about 5 months now, or a cinematographer, really, of learning how to light and thinking about light like that way. So I'm trying to learn, like, okay, for sake of simplicity, those two dots right there, we'll write T for talent and I for interviewer. Okay, this pen kind of gave out on me here, but so what we have is the talent in the middle, A cam, B cam. So this would be shadow side here. And then just think about it like this. This is I always kind of overthought. For some reason, I always used to place the light here, shooting highlight side. Wrong. Shoot shadow side always. Creates depth instantly. So highlights, if we brought our light over to my left side, see now it's a shadow. This looks more contrasted and it's supposed to be visually better. You can also, this is when fill comes in. So I have my computer right now with brightness. Look at this. This is a little fill. Got you for you. So I'm doing a little fill. Sometimes you can fill that shadow with a little fill depending on what lights. We had the new Aperture Storm lights, which were really cool, but I haven't used them. And that was a big thing. Also, as a PA, I was like, oh, if you don't know how to use stuff, I hate feeling like useless or like I don't know what I hate. So it's like learning the balance of if you don't know something, seeing if you can get away with it, and then you learn, and then you're good. Think about it real simply. Just bounce your light. If you want great interview setups, just literally put a giant soft light on the opposite side of your camera, hitting them, trying to hit their full face, or depending on what you're doing, if it's more moody, if it's half the face, up in the air, pointed down primarily if you can do that, or just a flat. And then this little hair light can really go. I would put it the same size as the light to kind of hide it. That'll be easier. Or maybe it comes from here and probably be easier from here actually. Kind of just placing that around. And then this little light can be used as your fill. Just in case, like if you want to fill that, like that's what I was talking about with this. This would be my fill. So if I was shooting an interview and we're talking like this, camera, I guess, let's imagine this is the camera, so I'm talking to the interviewer here. So it would be like this. Hello, my name is Luke. You are interviewing me today. Like that. So like I at least feel more confident as a DP after this shoot, and I also feel more confident as a director because Ryan the legend, as he always is, I asked him, I'm like, Ryan, I have this idea for a shot, and he's like, you go work with the client, you got this, go do it. And I was like, oh, no, I actually have to go do it. And I was a little nervous, and I was like, I really want to do this idea. But I just was like, you know what? I'm someone who does get anxious before I do stuff, like most people. So I'm like super nervous. I have this idea. Let's go for it. So I go talk to him. I grab one of the workers, and I'm like, hey, here's my idea. I want to put the camera on the cart, and I'm going to show you the shot right now, and I'm really happy with it. Put the camera on the cart, FX6 on the cart, and I wanted him to push it like this and looking around from his POV of this car. I don't know where the idea came from, but it just was in my head and I had to do it. And it turned out great, and Ryan's like, that's sweet. And even if they don't use it, that empowerment that he did showed me the power of empowering, if that makes sense. Like, I, as a director, can't always know what it feels like to ask things to other, like, if one of my crew members on a set has an idea, I've never felt the feeling of when the director says go for it, and that feels like the rest of the day, I was already giving maximum effort, but I was, like, now fully invested in, like, really thinking through different ways to, like, I don't know, empowering unlocks, like, a whole new level. If this is your ceiling, empowering, like, moves the ceiling up. So, and that's something Ryan's really, really good at. I feel like he's someone that's empowered me from the very start and made me, like, hey, you can handle this, you can do this, instead of being like, me, he's like, us, we, let's. It's like, wow, that's something I want to be just like as a director or the leader of the crew and team, and learning how to talk to and how to have that balance of professionalism and creativity. And it's something that Ryan does so effortlessly that I really get to pick up and just watch and be included on. And that's something from this shoot I really enjoyed, and seeing how Kevin works and thinks through stuff and prepares his gear, and how from the moment he gets there, how he starts planning what he's going to need and how he uses light. But being a PA was really fun, and it was it was lower stress than having to be the lead DP because it was less responsibility. Because usually it'll be Ryan and I and we'll tackle these projects, or Ryan and I and someone else. So it's usually in these smaller crews, not a big, eventually I think I'll end up on some bigger sets, but right now I enjoy this tight-knit group of let's get in there, let's get out, let's get great stuff. But looking forward to bigger sets and working with more people, and being a PA is something I'm more than open to doing because I think learning every role, David Fincher famously knows just about every single thing about filmmaking. So when he says he needs to know everything, so when he's told he can't do it, he knows exactly how he can. And I think that's very powerful. And that's something that I do want to know is like, I want to know how the PA feels. I want to know how the DP feels. I want to know how the writer feels. I want to know how all these different, the grip, the gaffer, all these different positions know. And I want to almost be in their position, because I think a great leader is someone that has done the work and will do the work. Like if someone goes down, I think the director needs to, not obviously depending on what set, but they can fill in. And that's another thing Ryan does as a director that I've learned is he's carrying the stands. He's working with you. He's helping set up. He's teaching you, because he knows that once you know this thing and if you work together, you're going to get it done faster, and everyone will be happier if you're working together. And it's like, I can't imagine being a director who doesn't do something like that. Like, I can't imagine watching the PA carry gear on their own on a film set run by me. That's just not something I would do or ever want to do. No matter what level I'm on, I think it's a collaborative experience. Everyone there, if they're happy and are enjoying what they're doing, will create a much better product. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, creating magic. This was a long PA vlog. This is a long little sharing what I learned here, but I think it's going to be a lot more helpful than me showing some B-roll and talking through. And it's not always going to be a learning experience. It could be a fun experience too, and this was a fun and a learning experience. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, hope you had a good Christmas, by the way. I didn't do anything for Christmas because I was a little bit lazy here, and I had other things. I edited movies and post vlogs. Ugh, my life's so hard. Thank you for watching. This is the 69th vlog of 2024. 69 vlogs, and started in, I think we've been going for 8 months. So 8 months, 69 videos. What is that math? 69 divided by 8. That's about 8 vlogs a month, people. That's a good amount of vlogs. There's going to be more in 2025. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.